Welcome back to another video for HarborFinancialOnline.com. Today I'm going to be talking about donating vehicles to charities and how to get the tax deductions when you donate a vehicle. There's specific rules you have to follow in order to qualify for this deduction, and it gets disqualified quite a bit by missing certain steps. So I want to go through all these important areas with you and walk through each step that I think that's going to be important to you guys. So let me get the video started. We'll go through this together. Make sure that the organization that you donate this vehicle to is eligible. I recommend talking to the organization to see if they know they're eligible, and the IRS website has a list of these as well, because if they're not an eligible charity, you can lose that deduction even if you report it. So make sure to contact them, get some kind of written proof, or just find it on the IRS website if you can. Vehicle donations often get audited, so it's something you have to be very accurate with and honest with the reporting of this deduction. IRS Publication 78, it details car donation and the rules that apply. I'm going over the most important ones, but if this is, say you're donating more than one car, I recommend looking at the Publication 78 just to make sure you're not missing something. It gives you a good checklist. But I'm going to cover the most important areas. If you're just donating, one car, if you're one car and that's it, then you should be fine with what I'm providing you today. But if it's something you're doing a lot, I would look at that publication. All churches, synagogues, mosques, temples, and governments aren't required to be on the IRS list, so you aren't going to find them on there. So if they're one of these, you're fine. Your church, when you donate to these, though, say your church, you have to have a record, a receipt that you donated this vehicle. If you don't have a proper receipt with date, place, location, all of that, the fair market value of the vehicle, you're going to lose this deduction. Because you have to fill it out on the form you submit to the IRS. This gets attached to your tax return, and I'm going to go over it real quick with you guys, but you have to have that. And these items, these places here, won't be on the IRS list. Public libraries usually have a list of qualified charitable organizations, so if you don't want to look online, or if the organization you're donating to isn't sure if they're eligible, usually at a library you can get this, and they'll have the list for you there. You'll need the right name, address, and headquarter information of any charity. So again, you have to be able to provide that. Without it, you can't get the deduction. Our online calculator will allow you to put in a vehicle donation and see what your tax deduction might be. So you can check that out at our website, HarborFinancialOnline.com, when we're done with the video here, and see how much the donation is going to help you out. Okay, 30 days is the rule. You have to have written documentation within 30 days of that donation. So that receipt has to be, if you donated today, you have to have a receipt within 30 days or you're going to lose it. So my rule of thumb is that I get the receipt right away. So make sure you're not waiting on that, because you can lose a big deduction with this. Form 8283 is the form you use for donating a vehicle. We're going to go through that real quick today, but that's the form you're going to use. And if you prepare the return online, it's automatically going to give you this form to fill out, and it'll do it all on its own, so it makes it easy. You have to, if you're not preparing the return electronically, make sure you attach the receipt for donating that vehicle. But another advantage to preparing online is you don't have to attach the receipt, so that's good. Here's our website, HarborFinancialOnline.com. You can prepare the return directly here, or use our estimator, our calculator, to see what your refund might be with the donating a car. Form 8283. This is the form you use to donate a vehicle, and you can see it's asking all the questions that I talked about, including name and address, description, everything regarding the fair market value, how much you paid for that when you bought it. So you have to have good records, or if you don't have these questions answered, you won't get the deduction. So it's a pretty detailed write-off as far as qualifying for it. But it's a really good one if you take the time to get the supporting information you need to qualify. So if you have any questions regarding donating a vehicle or other donations, send me an email at expert@harborfinancialonline.com. I'll help you any way I can with getting these deductions and other credits. Thank you for watching the video. You can prepare your taxes online at harborfinancialonline.com or just use our estimator calculator. And if you're donating this year, put that what you have to do is put the fair market value of that car in the calculator, and you're going to see how it changes your refund. It has a big difference. So thank you, and hopefully you'll check out some of my future videos. Thanks.